After 2 years of growth, more people moved out of New York City than moved in 2025. That's according across all income levels. Okay, so take a look before any of this year's proposals on tax changes.
New York City has been losing working-class residents for a decade. Not because of Mamdani, before Mamdani, under Adams, under Bloomberg, under a system that built this city for the wealthy and priced everyone else out.
Too expensive. I mean, I got a decent job. I can't afford to live here. I can't imagine who can live here.
Mamdani is the first mayor trying to fix that. Here is the evidence. Critics say tax the rich and people leave. They point to the population exodus as proof that Mamdani's policies are destroying New York. There is one problem with that argument. The exodus was already happening before Mamdani was elected.
Balancing this budget in a manner that asks the wealthiest and the most profitable corporations to pay that little bit more so that everyone can afford to live in the city.
Before he proposed a single tax, before he opened a single grocery store, before he froze a single rent, the data does not lie. And right now, the data is pointing directly at the system his critics want to preserve. Start with the numbers that matter. New York City lost 114,000 more residents to other American cities than it gained in 2025. That is not a small number. That is a city bleeding people at a historic rate. And the Citizens Budget Commission report that revealed this covers 2025, before a single Mamdani policy took full effect. The city those people left was not his city. It was the city he was elected to change. Now here is the number that destroys the critics' argument entirely. In 2024, more New Yorkers in the bottom 40% of income left the city than those in the top 40%. The working class left faster than the wealthy. Under Adams, under the old system, under the policies that Mamdani's critics say we should go back to, the people Democrats and Republicans both claimed to be protecting were the ones leaving fastest before Mamdani arrived. New York's exodus didn't happen overnight. It came from a $60,000 gap between what people earn and what it costs to live. Rents now require about $145,000 income. The median household makes $85,000. That gap was built over a decade. Rising rents, stagnant wages, and policies that favored luxury housing over working families. The so-called population growth in 2023 to 2024, it was mostly asylum seekers masking a decline that was already happening. When that slowed, the exodus became visible again. Now look at what Mamdani is doing. His childcare deal cuts up to $22,500 in annual costs. His rent freeze targets the biggest pressure point. His grocery programs focus on neighborhoods struggling to afford food, and it's funded by higher taxes on millionaires, not working families. That's why a majority of New Yorkers support taxing the wealthy more. He didn't create this crisis. He inherited it. The old system pushed people out. Mamdani is trying to make it possible for them to stay.